Hello and welcome back. Today's video is very much a first impressions video. I'm trying out some new palettes from Kiko. You would have seen them in the most recent video I popped up. And I think I'm going to go more along the purples today. I've kind of got a grey jumper on and a white t-shirt. I think I'm going to lean more this colour just because I fancy playing with it. I will start though by, I've already prepped my eyelid and I've put on my primer, which was my MAC Paisley Paint Pot, and I've just run a cream shadow over the top of that just to set things. It works just a bit better for me if I do it that way. Blends things out much easier. Makes blending things out easier. There we go. So I'm going to zoom you in. Good stuff, we're staying in focus. So I'm going to initially go in with Naked 2 from the Urban Decay Basics palette. Just a nice taupe to pop of my crease. I think I'm going to start with this shade, just in my inner tear duct. It does feel a wee bit powdery on my finger, just when I swatched it. Now I'm going to take this colour more onto the rest of my lid, just with a dense eyeshadow brush. Apologies if you can hear loads of noise. I've left the windows open because it's a nice day. Well, it's not really, but I need to air out the flat. It feels stuffy. Ooh, nice. So you can see there's a fair amount of payoff immediately with that. Fairly patchy in application. Just switching brushes to try if that works better. But I'm now taking the lightest shade on that palette and I'm just going to apply that as a highlight, badly. I'm just taking the darkest shade in the palette on a little bit of a smudger brush and I'm running that a wee bit on the outer third of my eye, my lower lash line. Now I'm just using my finger to smudge it out a wee bit. I think that evens it up a bit more, doesn't it? Also going to use my new Kiko lipstick in 316. It's one of the Velvet Passion matte lipsticks and it's in mauve. As you can see, it is a lovely mauvey pink. I like that. I tried it yesterday and it applies really, really nicely. Feels nice on the lips, it's got a bit of creaminess to it, it doesn't feel dry, heavy, cracking. I like it. But I will come back at the end of the day and give you an update on my eyes and if they're looking good and how often I had to reapply the lipstick. Probably a bit because I really like the lipstick, so I may redo that anyway. But I'm pleased with how the eyes turned out. I'm just going to have to try them with a few different brushes, I think. Just checking them out in the viewfinder. So we're now at end of day. It is 7:30 and I put this on at 7:30 this morning. So, you know, it's been the 12 hours. So let's have a look at the eyeballs. As you can see, obviously definite creasing in the crease. There's a, there's a fair bit of colour left there. And it's definitely off more so, it's very much faded from the crease down and there are some lines there. But I think it lasted it lasted definitely through lunchtime, sort of into the afternoon. It was starting to go a wee bit, but not massively. It very much has stayed where it was. And there is, a fair amount of colour actually there, which is really nice. It's just, there's that line, just there and there. It's worse on this eye, I think, than this eye. As for the lipstick, you'll have to excuse the face. I've not even touched my face up. I didn't want to do anything that might change the look. as you do. The lipstick is most definitely gone. This lasted until about lunchtime, and it did sort of stay in place a wee bit after lunch, but I drink, you know, about 3 cups of coffee and have a water bottle I drink from a lot, and I eat, so I wasn't expecting it to last a massively long time, but it definitely did stay there. I could still see marks of it on my coffee cup in the afternoon, so it lasted a bit after lunch, but you know, it then disappeared. All in all, I think I'm actually kind of happy. The more it's kind of broken down, you know, this is 12 hours later, it lasted much longer than, for example, the Fortune Favours the Brave palette. They lasted much longer than it had disappeared within hours, whereas this sort of definitely stayed in place past lunchtime anyway. And I wonder, can I pat it back in so I can sort of remedy it, although I'm just patting it off now, I suppose. Yeah, it definitely did break down, which is a wee bit sad, but I've still got a nice bit of colour along my eyeballs. I don't know, I really do like it. So it retails for, I think, $13.90 on their website. And the lipstick, which is actually one of the newer ones, as it turns out, with that little lovely bit of magnetic closure, this retails for $10.90, so not too bad. I really do like the lipstick. It's so nice to apply, and it feels just so nice and hydrating and nice. It doesn't, you know, some matte lipsticks, it feels drying just on application, you know, it can drag on the lips. But this doesn't really drag or anything, it's just so nice, really, really nice. It doesn't really stay in the lip as such, anything like that, it just hangs about a long time. And I just keep looking in the viewfinder at the colour or in the mirror because I really like the colour. It's a really nice mid-tone pink with that sort of purpley undertone, that nice lilac-y undertone. So it's really nice. I'm a wee bit disappointed in the eyeshadow, but it did last a long time, to be fair. All in all, I like both products. I would recommend checking them out. I will be doing proper reviews on the eyeshadow palettes once I've played with them more and do some more looks with them. This was just I really want to play with the products and tell you what I think kind of video. Again, I also want to apologise about the focus in some of my videos recently. It seems to be in and out. I'm having issues with the lens. I've changed just the background for today because I could get it to work here. I don't know what's going on, but I will figure it out. In the meantime, thanks a million for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Hello and welcome back. Today's video is a bit of a tiny vlog and a bit of a haul. I recently went up to London to the